Hey guys, welcome back to the Funky Little Studio. My name is Regina, and I am half of the Funky Little Studio.
I'm Thomas, the other half, or the second half, whatever you want to call me. We're having a fun morning.
uh, we are doing a What Sold Wednesday. So we sell on platforms like Poshmark, eBay, Macari, and we've just added Whatnot back into our what do you
Mix,
call it? Into the
repertoire.
repertoire of selling platforms. So, yeah, my sales for this week on these platforms actually have not been the greatest. And a lot of that is because getting back on Whatnot, not listing consistently on those other platforms, which is what happened the last time. So, trying to just balance it all out right now. But
We're not going to let that happen this time.
we'll talk about our Whatnot sales at the end of this video. So anyway, without any further ado, I'm going to let Tom go first.
I get to go first?
Yeah,
All
he's
right.
got a lot more sales than I do.
We're going to call this What Sold Wednesday, episode 7. And we're probably going to film 2 of these today because we're behind. That's why you guys didn't get one last week. You want me to go first, really?
Yeah, you need to go first.
I'm going to go first. Okay. These are in no necessarily order, but let's start with a Pyrex lid. It's a P4C lid that I bought up at Savers, which I need to do a Funky Finds Friday for that haul video. Cost of goods was like $349 minus 20%, and I took a $9 offer just to get it out the door, just a quick flip, and I was glad to get that because it was one that was kind of not. Some of those are better than others, I guess I could say. That was anyway. I'll put a screenshot of it up here. We'll do that on all these, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
All right. The next one was a Getty oil glass or a Getty gasoline glass, like a barware. I think you picked these up. I found them in a random box in the garage
Yeah.
that we've had for a while. And like there were several of them. So we really don't know. I think if it did you pick these up or I got 70
I
cents
don't know
down.
if they were in the garage, in this garage, in a box, then I probably picked them
I
up.
can't remember now. I got 70 cents wrote down as cost of goods because there was another. Maybe I bought them at that garage sale. Anyway, I'll look that up and verify that. But anyway, 70 cents into 28.88 plus shipping
For one?
for one.
Okay,
Yeah, it
that's
was
not bad.
we had a random number, so I'm parting them out, and so I
Yeah.
think I just listed one. So I need to look and see if I have those other ones listed.
You do.
Yeah. So I'll put a screenshot. Really cool, like barware, collectible glassware. I have pretty good luck on some of that. All right, some Tupperware. You guys know the story on the Tupperware. This is a lid, a 696, 697 lid. It sold for $8.25. I didn't write down. I think that might have been free shipping. Cost of goods was 40 cents. Those lids have been costing me like $3.96 and $4.11 to ship out. So basically, the Tupperware is bought and paid for. There's still more out there to be listed. I actually picked up some more
Lids
Saturday.
yeah.
A West Bend slow cooker. I couldn't find this when we bought it, but we've had it for a while. I think it came from a Goodwill. I sold one with a box and everything complete not that long ago, and then this one just sold recently. I took a $33 offer. I think I had it listed for like $49.88, and I'm like, you know what? The other one sold for $39. I don't know why I had this one listed so high, but anyway, it sold for $33 plus shipping.
Your microphone, you're not even showing
my logo. I got to rig this up a little bit better. Sorry. We're having some fun with this. I got to make it better. So anyway, that sold for $33 plus shipping. We've already received positive feedback. There's a screenshot of it up there. I've parted those out as well. So depends what I'm feeling like that day. Because I've sold the lids and the little Teflon-y metal thing separately. When I've just
those things.
Yeah.
Those little.
I'll flash some screenshots up here anyway. That was not a great 16. I paid a little more. That was a little bit more expensive than what I normally pay for those. Anyway, I'll do what? How's that? I'll do a couple more and I'll let you have it.
Yeah.
Easy Sprout, like a sprout, like a grower. You start microgreens and stuff in it. We picked this up in Arkansas, and I don't have the cost of goods. I'm going to say $3 maybe. Sold for $12.99 plus shipping. And then
Nice.
another piece of Tupperware, a food chopper blade, which we'd already sold the work bowl, I think. Anyway, I was parting this little food chopper out, kind of like your little handy chopper
Mm-hmm.
or salad spinner.
Yeah.
Tupperware. It'll be a screen up here.
Yeah.
It sold for $12.88 plus shipping, and that's another deal where I have it averaged out. My cost of goods was 40 cents.
Yeah. I think you asked me if I wanted that.
Yeah, I thought you might
It's a
want it.
pretty cool little thing, but I've got a lot of gadgets and gizmos and kitchen stuff, and I was like, no, no, sell it.
You like
So
the slammer jammer
yeah,
more than this
yeah,
thing.
because I already have a
Yeah, we have a handy chopper.
food
Yeah,
processor thing,
little miniature
little one and a big
yeah.
one, and yeah, all the things.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go ahead.
my turn.
I'll do some more.
Okay, so first off, sales from Poshmark, and the first sale that I had was a Brooks Brothers tan houndstooth plaid wool blazer. And I actually picked this blazer up in Kansas City, actually Liberty, Kansas,
Missouri.
like a year ago, not this recently, but I paid $1 for it. So all of their like red tags that day or whatever were $1, and there was several men's blazers. So there was yeah, the Brooks Brothers, there was Lauren or Ralph Lauren, and then Hugo Boss. They were $1.
Good stuff.
So I actually listed this at I think $50, just thinking, you know, I could get it out the door, and I got an offer for 40, and I accepted the offer. So after fees, I made $31 on it. So yeah, Poshmark took 20%, so 32 minus my one, so I made $31 on it. And I packaged it up the way I normally do. Like I folded it, and I did put it in it fit in a Tyvek the way that I had it folded, and the lady didn't like the way that it was folded because I don't know. Anyway, she gave me 4 stars instead of 5, and I was like, all right, I should have put it in a box.
Yeah.
I should have, and I thought about it, and I was like, no, I'm just going to do this. So anyway,
that's what I did on that hat there yesterday. I was shipping. I was asked you about shipping this hat, which is like a running hat, so it really wasn't like a firm bill in a poly mailer versus a box. I'm just sticking it in the box.
Yeah, I should have stuck it in a box, and I felt bad afterwards. So that I didn't. I knew I should have. So okay, next is a Zara. It was this like emerald green or dark green satin faux wrap mini sheath dress, and I bought this. Where did I get this? Yeah, I got this in Arkansas for 50 cents, and it sold on Poshmark for $38. So after fees, I made $30.40, and so with my 50 cents, I basically made $30 or $29.50 on that dress. So that was a good one. And then next, I sold the brand Flax, which is, you know, like that lag and look linen brand that used to, I think it used to sell for a lot more than it does now, because I would get excited, like, you know, when I would find it. And I have several pieces listed, but this was just a little tank top, a sleeveless tank top, and it was a 1X, so it was a great size, and it sold for $25. I paid 4 for it, so after fees, I made $16 on it, and so that was
oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was happy with that.
So describe for people like me lag and look again. What does that mean again?
It's kind of a minimalist linen, like natural fabric, kind of trend, I guess, kind of look. So yeah, a lot of linen, a lot of
like quiet colors.
Yeah, just, you know, kind of muted, not like bright, loud, yeah, that kind of stuff. It
always throws me off when you say that.
Yeah. Okay, and then the next sale that I had was they were Peter Millar blue superior soft corduroy trouser pants, and these were a 35 waist. These were really nice, and Peter Millar is a really great menswear brand to find. My menswear doesn't move that well, and I've really quit picking it up pretty much unless it's something amazing. But these sold for $25, and again, I paid 6 for these, so after Poshmark fees, I made 14 on those. And then I had this Lily Pulitzer dress. It was a bright white strapless little kind, not mini, but come to your knee dress. It had some embellishment here on the front. I gotten Yeah, you'll be able to see it right here. And I had gotten a lot of offers on this toward the end of last summer when I listed it, but they were kind of lowball. And I got a $40 offer on it. And at this point, like I said, my sales on Poshmark have been really slow because I had really fallen off the wagon of listing. And I was like, I'm going to take this. So I did. I paid $7 for it. So I made 32 after fees and then minus. So I made 25 on it. So I was happy with that. Um, that's my Poshmark sales. And then I had two sales on, no, three sales, two or three sales on eBay.
Okay.
I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Maybe not.
Feel like you're gonna sneeze?
I thought I was going to sneeze. Okay.
Don't sneeze at these sales.
That pink Arkansas, that was not in the last video, right?
I don't know.
Okay, I don't think it was.
Okay, we'll do it again.
We'll do it again. So yeah, if you saw the last video, anyway.
We threw her notes away.
Yeah. Okay, so it was the brand pink, like Victoria's Secret pink, but it was the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Yeah.
Cute little, just a little baby tee. And I've had it forever. And they offered me $10 for it. And I think Tom was like, you need to take this $10 offer on eBay. And I was like, trust me, I'm already on it. So I think I paid like $2 for it. So after eBay fees, I made about $6.68. So that's okay. And then there's a dress. The brand is Sace Femme, and it's that quintessential little, almost like baby doll dress that all the high school girls are wearing. Kind of got the puff sleeve, the little square neck. Well, you'll see it right here. And I paid $5 for this. It sold for $25. So after fees, I made $19.19. And then the last sale that I had for the week was by the brand Ivy Jane. And this was a really substantial kind of marching band. You'll see the picture here of this blouse, basically, or top. I have actually sold this in the past on eBay for, I want to say like $58. And the lady got it. We actually do no returns on our store on eBay. So obviously, if it's our fault that something was not described correctly or a flaw wasn't, something like that, obviously, yes, we will take a return. But I think it just helps us a lot with people like either purchasing something, it not fitting, them sending it back, or purchasing something, they wear it to an event, they send it back, so anyway, this woman messaged me. She was very nice and said, that she typically wears this particular size in Ivy Jane, but this did not fit her. And if I would take it back. And I said, that's fine, send it back. And I really thought it would sell quickly because it sold quickly the first time. And I've probably had it for another 9 or 10 months since then. Anyway, so it sold for $36.88. I paid $5 for it. So after fees, I made $24.86. So those are my sales for the week.
That's all you got?
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've got some more. Mine are all on eBay, if I didn't say that before, except occasionally a Poshmark, which that'll be another video. I did actually sell something on Poshmark the other day, so I think that's going to be in the next episode. Let's go back to mine on eBay. Where am I? Okay. Another pint glass, coupe pint glass, sold for $8.88 plus shipping. And our cost of goods on that was $0 because we used to go to these pint nights, get the beer for $5, you get to take the glass home. We had 2 of everything. You guys have heard that story. So that wasn't bad. 2 more waxes. This was one I took an offer on. I have multiple listings on these liquid glass auto polishes. It's my bread and butter item, basically. Mm-hmm. I have some that is set up with free shipping, and I have some that it's plus shipping. Of course, the free shipping is more expensive, which there's people that have it way more expensive than me. With free shipping, and theirs are selling too. I'm like, where are they not buying mine? I don't know, eBay, help me out here. Anyway, they bought 2 of them at $76 free shipping, equals $152. My cost of goods is technically $2, but this wax has been paid for
long ago.
Times over, yeah. So I'm way in the clear, pure profit on that. Another thing from my honey hole, this Dodge Ram hitch cover. I sold one of those recently. I think my cost of goods on that was like $1.25 or $2. It sold for $29.88 free shipping, and I think my shipping was like six to $8 on that one. It just depends on where they live. Oh, this is one, a KitchenAid cold brew carafe that you like make your cold brew and stick it in the fridge, and then it's got the little toggle. I parted it out because there was one piece missing, and the lid sold immediately. And I thought, is this thing ever going to sell? It sold for $14.88 plus shipping. So I was glad to see that go. It was kind of bulky in my bins back there, and I was like, oh, is this ever going to sell? It sold for $14.88. I don't remember the cost of goods, but it was already paid for by the lid selling. I want to say maybe $9, and the lid sold for $12.88 or something.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. This little Dalai Lama shoe shopper craft kit. I've had good luck on some of those little crafting kits.
Oh, yeah.
This one, I don't remember. It was a shoe shopper. It was $9.88 free shipping, and I think we had maybe 50 cents or $1 in that. So that was good to see that one go. Another piece of Pyrex. This was a bowl, number 444. Spring Blossom, Crazy Daisy, one of those patterns. I think it's called both of them maybe. It sold for $28.87. $28.87. I had sent an offer. Somebody had some questions on it, and then they said something about their friend was going to buy it for them. So I'm assuming maybe a bowl got broke, and they said they'd replace it. I don't know. But so the lady or person didn't take the offer, but somebody came in and bought it for full price. So I think it was still going to the same person. That was the second one I've sold. So the first one basically paid for the 4-bowl set.
Oh, yeah.
So I gave like 28, I think it was 28.80 something, but it was
at Goodwill.
20, yeah, but it was 25% off that day or whatever. And so the first bowl sold, paid for the other 3 bowls. So now there's 2 left. So I still have 2 listed. So that was a good sale. Another piece of Tupperware lid. Cost of goods, of course, was 40 cents. It sold for $7.88 free shipping. I think I've got a couple more. No, one more. This was my jackpot one. Some more liquid glass polish sold, and it was a back and forth make an offer type deal. He was kind of coming in lowball on the free shipping, and I said,
I can't do that.
I sell it all day long for more than that plus shipping. So anyway, I tried to comment that on the messages back and forth. When they send you an offer, you can add a message. Anyway, long story short, I think they they figured out what I was saying, and they went ahead and bought it on the plus shipping site or listing at $60 plus shipping. So they bought 6 of them. So that was $360.
Yeah.
Plus they paid for shipping, because I wasn't going to go that low and pay for shipping.
Yeah.
I don't want to become a wholesaler on it.
Right.
That's why I just list a little bit at a time. But I was really happy with that.
That made
our week that week.
Yeah, so that was awesome. We had a good week that week.
You just never know. Sometimes I have one big sale and a couple little ones, and you're blowing up, and it's just hit or miss.
Yeah, you never know. So here's something. Okay, are you done?
That's all I have. I want to say something else too. But go ahead.
Oh, no, you say something.
Oh, I was just going to say, I know different people have different strategies. We don't have a strategy per se. Like I don't. I'm all over the map on. I'm not looking for my average selling price to be a certain price.
Right.
I'll sell if I can make money on it. I'll sell anything, whether it's a
Tupperware
$2 item on a game that I'm breaking down, or a $200 item. I know other people want everything to be at least so many dollars.
Yeah.
They don't want to mess with it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think sometimes like you're wanting your average to be at, especially if you're a clothing, a lot of times like you want it to be at least $40 or $100 or whatever it may be, because the time it takes you to steam the item and get the pictures of the item and get the item listed and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I get it. I get it both, all the different ways that you can go about it. Which leads me to the Whatnot.
Yes.
So we had sold on Whatnot back in 2022 for almost a year. So that we got in right as the women's contemporary category was really heating up. It was very new, and we were some of the first sellers on that app, and we did very well. We grew a following while we were there. But what was happening is that the platforms that I was selling on, which were Poshmark and cross-listing to eBay, basically that stopped because Whatnot was just like, it was consuming, so just all consuming, and there was no time, for Poshmark. And so what happened is, you see the Poshmark sales just start plummeting, but you're making money on Whatnot. So in 2023, our Whatnot had really slowed down, and we made the decision to kind of stop doing live selling. And that decision was based on, like, it got to a point, I think, in that category where people were expecting to get items for $3.
Yeah, it was
like
bargain.
It
shopping.
didn't matter what it was.
Yeah.
It could be brand new free people with tags, and you couldn't give it away for, like, no one would pay $12 for it.
For the average seller.
For the average seller.
Sellers were.
Yeah, and then it did turn into a lot of people doing liquidation, like pallet sales, which that's still going on. So, you get a lot of free people and Anthro and MacDougall dresses and all those things that, but what I have found is, when I started kind of getting back on the app and watching, is that you still had your people that were thrifting and that were looking at certain aesthetics and really setting up a nice show. And I think what it boils down to is really setting a price on something, right? Like, not starting all your stuff at $1 and praying that it goes for, at least what you paid for it. Is that, look, we're going to sell it. I'm going to set my prices at the lowest that I will take for this item, and still be happy and making a profit off of it. And if it doesn't sell, that's fine. I'll list it on my, my other platforms, because 100% you can make more money on those items on the other platforms, but it might take 6 months, 8 months, 12 months to sell. It could set for 2 years before something sells.
You should make a whole nother video.
Yeah. So
this, because that's for sure.
With all that said, we'll make a video about that.
I think it'd be good.
With all that said, I started, I did a show called Boho Rodeo. So I had been thrifting a lot of like boho and Western aesthetic items that my intention was to make some style bundles for people. And I had just accumulated so much of that aesthetic that I thought, what if I did a show on Whatnot, and sold these pieces? So I had to come to terms with, okay, I may not be, I might have bought something for $5 that I could have sold on Poshmark for $40, but I'm going to sell it on Whatnot for $15 or $20, or started at $15, and it might sell for $20, it might sell for $40 if people start bidding against each other. But of course, it's also a building. Like, we literally have to kind of build ourselves back up, even though we have 5,000 followers now on Whatnot, but we're still kind of new back in the game. So anyway, I did my first boho rodeo show 2 weeks ago, I think, because I've done 4 now. And that very first show, I had almost 100 items in the show, and we made gross almost $670, I think, the first one.
And so, not all 100 sold.
No, no, I only sold like 48 pieces.
That's pretty good.
And so after fees and everything, it was like $590. And that was in one day. Like, we were on for 3 hours. Now, it took a lot of time to get ready for the show, load the store, take the picture, all that.
If you don't know about how that works, we'll make another video. I think that's a perfect, this makes me think this needs to be a video.
It definitely needs to be a video. But the point is, I'd been struggling on Poshmark even before this, before, my sales had been really slow on Posh. And that's when I was telling Tom, like, look, I can either list this on Poshmark and maybe sell it in 8 months or 6 months, or I can sell it on Whatnot and we can get cash flow coming in. So that show did really well. And I'm going to pop up some pictures, or Tom's going to pop up some pictures of just some of the items that sold in that show.
It had to be a separate video.
We'll
just do a few
Yeah, I'll just show you a few, and then if you want to check out, I'm still doing boho rodeo shows on Friday mornings and Sunday mornings. So if you want to check those out, you can find us. We'll have a link in the description of our Whatnot store.
Yeah, in the comments, I think.
In the comments, somewhere
Yeah.
it'll be.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's all I got. I think, yeah, the Whatnot made up for the,
Oh, for sure.
you know, for the lack of sales in the other. So now the next trick is trying to still list 5 things on Poshmark and eBay,
Mm-hmm.
you know, every day. Try to every day. So that continues. And I do pull things when I'm thrifting, like, okay, that is going to be on Poshmark,
Yeah.
you know. So anyway,
Selective on which ones you're doing.
yeah. Yeah.
All right, so that's going to be it.
That's it.
Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, follow us on Instagram as well. And that's it for episode 7, right?
I think so.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Thank you guys.
See
you next time. Testing, testing. Hello, hello.
Is that how you're going to talk on this
You
video?
do a mic check. Yeah, that's how I'm talking.
Check, check. 1, 2, 3, check.